All right, we got senior offensive lineman Wade Meacham. Wade started every game this year at left guard.
Yes.
You guys can go ahead and ask Wade questions.
Wade, Jason Walker with Cache Valley Daily. I was wondering what you remember about Andrew Peasley's time at Utah State.
Andrew is a great guy. He's an awesome athlete, great quarterback. We were really sad to see him go. But we weren't the closest of friends, but we hung out quite a bit and talked a bunch. Super excited to see him again this week, and wish him the best.
Wade, Jacob Nielsen, KSL.com. How has this year been for you, your senior year? Obviously, you have an extra year of eligibility, but how's it been for you just being a consistent starter at left guard? Just how fun has it been to be in this role?
It's a little surreal. I mean, I've been here since the spring of 2018. Been a backup and, a rotational player a little bit last year. And so it's been a dream to earn a starting spot, and so it's been really fun this year to be able to play a lot and to really feel like I contribute to the wins that we're having and to some of the success we're having. So it's been a dream come true.
Wade, Jason Walker again. Last few games, you guys have done really well in the run game, really great run blocking, whereas earlier in the year, you guys kind of struggled with it. What's kind of changed these last few games where you guys have been really good at run blocking?
Coach James has been phenomenal working with us and just helping us just push to the next level. We emphasize a lot just effort and execution, just making sure that we do whatever it takes to make sure that our guy isn't the one that makes the tackle. And that starts in practices, that starts in the film room, making sure that we're dialed in on our assignments and also on our personnel, like what we're expecting from each of the defenders, and just making sure that we're ready to go. And then when the game hits, it's the easy part, just making it happen. So it's been a lot of fun, gaining that trust from our coaches, especially from Coach Anderson and Coach Tucker. Just feeling comfortable calling run plays, knowing that good things are going to happen.
Wade, Jason Turner from the Herald Journal. Wyoming and Colorado State have pretty similar defensive ends, the guys that really get after the quarterback. How well did that Colorado State game prepare you for what you're going to be facing this weekend at Wyoming?
I think it did a good job of preparing us for this upcoming game. I mean, all week, this last week, Coach was telling us that this is going to be one of the tougher defenses in the conference that we see, in Colorado State, and it was a tough defense. Our offensive line in weeks past has struggled with picking up twist games, and so that was a big challenge for us this week. And we started off a little rusty with it in the game, but we're able to make some adjustments and clean it up a lot. So that's similar to what we're expecting from Wyoming, and hopefully that does a good job of preparing us. We can just take another step to clean it up even more.
Wade, with the uncertainty at the quarterback position, what's the mentality like for the offense, for the offensive line? Is it business as normal, or is there different schemes and sets that you got to prepare for, or what's just kind of the thought process?
It's honestly, it's the same for us. We try to go into each game with the mentality that the game's on our shoulders. A lot of times people will say that games are won or lost in the trenches, and I firmly believe that. Regardless of who's in the backfield, we got to make sure that they have time to throw the ball and that our running backs have holes to run through. And if we can make that happen, then I don't think it matters who's behind us. We can come home with a W.
And then, Wade, how about your thoughts on Wyoming? Obviously, they were able to win handily last year on y'all's senior night. So is there motivation in that regard? And then obviously, on top of that, just a huge divisional game this year.
Yeah, obviously there's still a bit of a chip on our shoulders from last year. It's definitely a game we wish we could have back, but excited for this opportunity to line back up against them and prove that we're, at least as an offensive line, that we're a much better unit than we were last year, and hopefully we're even, obviously the record might not show that we're a better team than we were last year, but hopefully we can prove that this week we're a better team. So.
Wade, kind of just to follow up a little bit on one of Jacob's questions, like with the quarterbacks, is there kind of a different style you've had to adjust to, with Logan or Cooper or Bishop or Levi, or have they all been kind of pretty much the same back there?
It's a little different. Obviously, Cooper and Levi and even Bishop are a little bit more mobile, a little bit more of a threat in the run game. So I think it's honestly helped us a little bit. Obviously, we'd love to still have Logan in the backfield. He's been an amazing leader and inspiration to our team. But I feel like having some quarterbacks that can scramble and threaten the defense with their feet more than and their arm at the same time kind of opens things up for us as an offensive line. We can run the ball with running backs and with quarterbacks and just keep the defense guessing.
Wade, Brian Phillips, Big Blue USU Aggie News. You've got your typical 5 starters, and then at times you've also been able to rotate in Puglialo and Cole Motes. How important is it to you guys to be able to basically have a core group of 7 that are able to play frequently with each other, and how does that help you gel?
I think it helps a lot. I mean, obviously, offensive line we don't sub near as much as any of the other positions on the field, and so it's, especially during drives, and so it's nice to be able to kind of rotate through some guys and keep guys more fresh. I feel like it's helped us a lot to be able to keep moving and keep guys, fresh, legs fresh, arms fresh, everything like that. So just being able to rotate through those guys and just keep the pressure on the defense has been nice. As far as helping us gel, I think we spend a lot of time together as an offensive line, just making sure that we trust each other on and off the field. We're a true brotherhood, and so it's awesome just to come in every day and just to work with family like that.
Wade, Brian Priest, KSLSports.com. I wanted to ask you about your teammate Waylon Lapuaho, and a couple of questions. In your experience, how difficult is the transition that he's going through from high school and now stepping in as a starter, as a true freshman? And then just in general, what have you seen out of Waylon in meetings, and what type of a future do you think he has for this program?
I think Waylon has a bright future in this program. I mean, from day one, he's had awesome energy, been coming in every day, ready to work, ready to learn. He's been super humble and, hasn't let starting as a freshman get to his head. He's, always willing to learn and to get better. A lot of people always talk about the physical gap between, high school and college football, but there's also a big mental gap between, the amount of responsibility that we have as an offensive line, the amount of things we need to know. And Waylon's done a great job adjusting in both categories. He's, learned the playbook quick. He's, taking care of business in the weight room, making sure that he's getting, big and strong and everything else that's required as an offensive lineman. So he's done everything the coaches or any of us other offensive linemen could have asked of him, and he's got a real bright future here at Utah State.